is my horror night.
Good evening and welcome to The Last Video Store. I'm your host, Bud Haddonfield. And summer's almost over, Halloween's coming up, so we figured we'd talk about one of the better Canadian horror movies from the early 80s, 1981's The Pit. The Pit was directed by Lou Lehman, who this was pretty much his only directorial credit, along with the writing credit for Ian A. Stewart, who didn't do much either. And it starred Sammy Snyders, who played our lead Jamie. Sammy had done a couple movies in the 70s. I think he did Huckleberry Finn. It was either that or Tom Sawyer. And he pretty much stopped acting a couple years after this movie was made. And it also starred Jeannie Elias, who played his babysitter Sandy. The Pit was released on October 23rd, 1981. So let's tally up our video store totals. We have 9 kills total and 3 pairs of breasts. I give it 4 stars. The movie starts off at a Halloween party where our lead, Jamie, he's dressed up as a ghost. And this scene actually takes place later on in the movie, and it goes in the future and reference it later on as it progresses. But pretty much Jamie's this weird little 12-year-old kid. He's picked on by the other kids. None of the adults in town like him, and his parents don't understand him exactly. But he's a weird little shit that does weird little shit things, and he kind of deserves all the issues that he gets. So he goes up to this kid named Freddie and tells Freddie, hey, I found some treasure in the woods. And if you come with me, I'll give it to you if you let me be a part of your club and you never hit me again. So we see that in an earlier scene that Jamie had approached Freddie, talking to him, wanting to become a part of his club, which that never pans out. We don't know what kind of hell club he has. But Freddie punches him right in the face, and the little girl next to Freddie, Christina, laughs. So he brings him out to the woods. You see that there's like a pillowcase full of like looking Mardi Gras beads, cheap treasure, whatever the hell it is. And as Freddie picks it up, Jamie approaches him from behind and pushes him into the pit. We get the title card.
Honey, I'm scared.
Come on, Christina, stop whining. If this is some sort of trick, you little creep, you're dead.
It's no trick. It's sitting there in a bag, right by a big tree. I guess somebody left it there, a robber or something. I can't take it home, so I figured you can have it for your club, if I can join. And if you promise not to hit me no more.
Jewels and stuff?
Yeah, must be worth millions. Come on.
Honey, I can't go any further. I'm scared of being here. Something'll get me.
Nothing's getting nobody while I'm here.
See? There it is. Just like I told you. Right there.
I'll get it.
So our next scene, Jamie's doing Bart Simpson where he's writing something on the board several times. And he's out there with his teacher. I think what it was he had brought a nudity art book to school. And it had obviously some naked pictures of women. So when the teacher's looking at the book, she sees that the body of this naked woman was cut out, leaving just her head. And when she asks Jamie something about it, he don't know how it happened. That was how he got it, obviously. So she brings it to the public library. I guess the school didn't have a library, or even if they did, why would they have nudity in the book? So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So the teacher goes talk to Miss Livingston, who's kind of a somewhat minor character in this movie. You can tell that she knows exactly who Jamie is and she doesn't care for him too much. And after she receives the book, she goes into this little back room where she gets a note, obviously from Jamie, and it's the naked body of the picture that was cut out with her head printed onto it or taped onto it. And you can see Jamie in the background looking through the window watching. So he's a stalkery, weird little creepy fuck.
What is this?
What?
It's one page with the cutout. Did you do this?
No, that's the way it was.
Well, I'll take your word for it. Presume Miss Livingston will find some way to repair it.
Hello, Miriam. What can I do for you?
I'm returning this. Jamie, one of my little boys, borrowed it. There isn't likely to be any record of it having gone out. Perhaps you could slip it back for me.
I'll make sure it's put back on the shelves.
There's been a little clipping from one of the pages, I'm afraid. One of the figures cut out. Can you fix that?
We'll just take out the whole page. Thank you.
Hey, you! Get down out of there!
I wasn't doing anything wrong.
Come on down!
All right, I'm coming.
So we get different scenes from different people reacting to Jamie. There's this little girl that's always on a bicycle. Her name is Abigail, and she is the niece of Miss Livingston. We get Freddie, who punches Jamie, and we see what happened to him. There's an older lady in a wheelchair called Miss Oliphant, and pretty much, like I said, nobody really cares for this kid. His parents are going out of town, and his mother's talking with the babysitter, Sandy, and pretty much explaining to him exactly that Jamie's kind of a weird little fuckhead. And we get a dinner scene where they're sitting at the table and Jamie drops his napkin just so he can go underneath the table and check out her undercarriage, which is cool. Don't do that. That's very rapey. Can't be doing shit like that, Jamie. But his dad catches him, and you just show that he has a long history of getting shitted on, but he gives a reason to get shitted on.
Hi, are you Freddie Phelps?
Yeah? Who are you?
I'm Jamie. I was wondering if I could join your club and...
I will be frank with you. His mother, of course.
Great! How dare you touch my bike?
No! Well, I was just gonna... But I was just gonna...
Why don't you go back where you came from, funny person? If I see you near my bike again, I'll tell your father, and it'll be too bad for you. They'll take you away.
He seems to have...
If you don't mind, young man.
I'm sorry.
Well, then move.
Who is it, Louise?
The Benjamin boy.
Oh, that one. Just not right, that boy. I'm glad his poor parents have decided to move elsewhere.
He'll grow up.
Surely, my dear, but into what? One of those hippies.
And he has these...
I dropped my napkin.
It's had its effect on us as a family, no matter how you look at it. Jamie hardly has time to make any friends or to get established in school, and I have to pull up the roots.
None of that, young man!
So Jamie instantly falls in love with Sandy. They have some some weird little conversations. He tells her about a secret that he discovered a pit in the middle of the woods that's full of troglodytes. And yeah, he wants to show them to her one day. So he does a couple weird things to her. When she's taking a shower, he'll go in there and he'll write stuff on the mirror. And when she's sleeping, he'll go in there and watch her. And he's just a weird little creep.
She's not like the others, Teddy. She's pretty. Really pretty. And she wants to be nice. But she's got a boyfriend. Only, he isn't her real boyfriend. He's just a friend. That's all. Just a friend.
But you say he's just a friend. And you say he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you.
Well then, she's just what we've been waiting for, isn't she? Yeah, maybe she is.
What's the matter with boys?
What boys, dear?
Well, like that little Jamie person.
What about him?
Is he crazy?
No. No, he's not crazy. He's not normal. He's distressing.
Jamie, what are you doing in here?
I was just watching you sleep.
Well, let's knock, shall we? Not just walk in like that. Surely your mother has taught you that people deserve some privacy.
You don't have to worry about me. I wouldn't do anything to hurt you.
Well, this certainly looks good.
Anyone can cook. If you watch someone do it long enough.
Who have you watched? Your mother?
Yeah. And there have been other people like you. They all cook. Most of them pretty good, too.
How many of these people have there been, Jamie?
Lots.
Any of them ever come back?
No. I don't know why. Mother says we have a problem getting women to come in. You know how it is nowadays.
Yeah.
Would you like to know my secret? If you promise not to tell?
If you'd like to tell me.
I know where there's a huge hole in the ground.
A big hole in the ground?
It's in the woods, about a mile away. And at the bottom of the hole, down in the dark, there are some things.
What kinds of things?
Well, they're not people, that's for sure. They got yellow eyes, little tiny ones, and they're all hunched up. I read about them in a book, or something like them. I think they're trolls or trollocs.
Do they talk to you, Jamie?
It isn't funny, you know.
I know, I'm sorry. What I meant was, can you hear them as well as see them?
Well, I can hear them sometimes. They're always down there. I think one of them died.
No one else in the whole world knows about them but you.
Except you. You know about them now. Hello again? Do you remember me? It's me, Jamie. I'm the one with the terrarium at home. I'm your friend. Can you hear me? Do you talk to people? I guess not. Somebody else knows about you. She's older than me, and pretty. She's another one staying at the house. But she's not like the others. She's different.
So Sandy has a boyfriend named Alan that Jamie really does not care for. He's a football player, and yeah, he's gonna find a way to level the playing field. Well, throughout the whole movie, Jamie talks to his little teddy bear, Teddy, and that was the original title of the movie, but they changed it to The Pit later on, and the bear talks back to him. It's done in the same voice by Sammy Snyders, who played Jamie. So you think, hey, maybe this the little talking bear's all in his head because it's a crazy little dude, and maybe the pit ain't real either. Well, later on in the movie, you see that Teddy moves, and it's kind of like an early form of Chucky.
Jamie? Are you crying?
Go away.
I'm working for Mr. and Mrs. Benjamin. Looking after...
Jamie. Yes. Well, I can certainly understand why you'd want to book on problem children.
Oh, no.
It's Miss...
Sandra O'Reilly.
I'm very happy to meet you, Marge Livingston.
How do you do?
Look, I'd like to tell you something about that little boy that you might not know. There's another woman I'm sure you'll understand.
Hi there, Jamie. Want to try my bike?
Well, sure, if you don't mind.
No, I thought about it, and I realized I shouldn't have yelled at you like that. You really aren't a funny person. I kind of like you.
Well, you sure now?
Sure, I'm sure. Go ahead.
What on earth is going on here?
I let Jamie try my bike, and I didn't tell him that it wasn't all in one piece.
Abigail, that's awful. Jamie, you shouldn't play with her.
I wouldn't play with that crud if she was...
You stop laughing. You should just go home.
I didn't even do anything.
You should have been here, Aunt Margaret. It was the funniest thing I ever saw.
Come in, right now. In.
Hi, Bear.
Will you wash my back?
Don't you think you're a little old for that?
It'll be all covered up with suds.
All right, as long as you stay under those suds.
Would you be sad if my mother and father didn't come home?
I'd be broke. I get paid for this, you know.
Yeah, I know. Can two people fall in love when they're young?
I guess so.
I think I've done that. Fallen in love. But she doesn't notice me because I'm still young. But I'll grow up. Then there won't be any difference.
Do you mean me, Jamie?
No. Yes.
Do you know why my mother washes me so much?
Washes you so much. Does she do that?
Yeah. She really trying to make me clean.
I guess so. Here, you finish up and get out on your own, okay?
It's funny. I don't always think I'm dirty. Do you like washing me?
So Jamie wants to feed his little Trologs. He goes and talks to them on a pretty daily basis, at least every other day or whatnot. And there's this one scene where he feeds them chocolate bars, and he discovers, hey, these things really doesn't like chocolate bars. They have been stuck in this pit for a very long time, and they need to eat. So he goes down to the local butcher shop, gets some meat, and that's when he discovers, hey, this is what these things eat. They eat meat.
What'll it be, Jamie?
Well, I'd like to buy some meat. It's for my mother.
Did your mother say what kind she wanted?
Well, something where you get a lot for your money.
Oh, you mean stewing beef or hamburger?
Both. Well, it's sort of a mixture.
Okay, Jamie, you're the boss. Hey, that's a lot of meat, you know.
Well, it is for 5 people. So that's what you eat.
So wanting to feed him more often, he steals money out of Sandy's purse and goes back to the butcher shop, and even the butcher questions him like, hey, you're only a family of 3. Why the hell are you getting so much meat? And hey, isn't your parents out of town? And the small town where everybody knew everybody, that's something that doesn't exist anymore. But like I said, he steals the money out of Sandy's purse. And then one day Sandy confronts him and is pretty much like, hey, there's only the 2 of us in the house. I have money missing. You need to tell me what happened to it. And that's when he takes off and runs. And yeah, he's a greasy little slippery shit.
Somebody chasing you, Jamie?
No.
What, the same again?
Yes, please.
Aren't your mom and dad away?
Yes.
Well, what do they need all this meat for? You got a freezer?
Well, my housekeeper will take care of it, I guess. Yeah, it probably is for the freezer.
Have your mother give me a call when she gets home.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Well, if it isn't clumsy, stupid.
No matter what you think of that boy, I'd rather you didn't talk to other children that way.
That isn't a child, it's...
Never mind. He's doing an errand for Miss O'Reilly.
Fine meat. Probably sits under his porch and eats it raw.
Well, that's that. No more.
How much money do you have left?
62 cents.
Well, I'll think of something. Don't you look down the hole anymore? See if they're still down there?
They're always there. They can't get out.
Which is a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
What about Miss Livingston?
Miss Livingston?
Yes, you know.
Oh, Miss Livingston.
This is choir night, isn't it?
So this kid is pretty much going to be a serial killer whenever the hell he grows up, or a rapist. Because one night Miss Livingston's working out in her living room and gets a phone call from Jamie, pretty much being a peeping Tom, and tells her, hey, I kidnapped your niece and she's going to die unless you do something for me. So you need to take off your clothes. And she does. And when she does so, he takes some pictures of it. And that's when Abigail walks in from behind. So she discovers, hey, she's not actually kidnapped. And I think she thinks it's Jamie because it's his voice. So you can obviously feel like it's not a man, it's a kid. So it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that one out.
Hello?
Hello, Miss Livingston.
Yes, who is it?
You have a niece named Abigail?
Yes. Is something happening?
She's been kidnapped, Miss Livingston. And no one will ever find her.
Oh, no.
But she'll be set free if you do exactly what I tell you to.
Yes. Yes. Anything. Please don't hurt her. What do you want me to do?
I want to see you, Miss Livingston. Do you understand?
Yes.
I'm watching you now, Miss Livingston. You could call the police, but then, poor Abigail. And I'd much rather look at you than her. Don't try and fool me. I can see you in the window. What's more important? Being shy or getting Abigail back? That's right. That's a good Miss Livingston. Slowly.
All right, damn you. You want to see my body?
Aunt Margaret, what are you doing?
I was just undressing when I could kill you!
I bet Abigail was surprised. Look at the look on her face.
I'm gonna look at these a lot.
If something of yours was mysteriously missing, you'd come and ask me about it, wouldn't you?
Yes?
So, if something of mine just mysteriously vanished, I could come and ask you, couldn't I? Jamie, what do you think I'm talking about?
I don't know.
I'm going to ask you a very straightforward question, little man. And I'd like an honest and straightforward answer. Do you know how much money I had in my purse? How it's been missing? Did you take it? Jamie, look at me and tell me the truth. If you took it, I'll understand, but please don't lie to me. Did you steal it? Jamie, come back here. Jamie!
So now that he's gone, he don't have any more money. He still has to feed the Trollocs, and he doesn't know what to do. So we get the scene of him trying to come up with a couple ideas, like he goes to the butcher shop and tries to take, I'm guessing it's like a cow's leg, whatever the hell it's called in the butchery world. But as he goes to grab it, he gets caught by the truck driver, so that doesn't work out. He's pulling a cow, and the cow's not moving. He pretty much has a change of heart, saying how the cow really never did him anything, so it would be wrong for him to feed the cow, which that's one of the cooler things that Jamie's done in this movie. And then he tries to catch some chickens, but they're just a little too quick for him, so he doesn't know what to do. So he goes back and talks to Teddy, and they pretty much come up with the plan of, hey, we need to feed the Trollocs some meat, some human meat, but only mean people.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Look, Cal. You don't know it, but somebody's gonna come and take you away and kill you. Make steaks and hamburger out of you. Look, I've got some friends that eat meat, too. And I gotta take care of them. I'm gonna take you to see them. And I gotta get you to fall down the hole, or else they might starve or even get out. Come on, Cal. Oh, I didn't want to hurt you anyways. Guess it's better this way.
So we get a little montage of all the people that Jamie feeds to his Trollocs. The little girl, Abigail, she falls into the pit. Old Mrs. Oliphant. We go back to the opening scene from the Halloween party where he feeds them both Freddie and Christina. And then he feeds them Sandy's boyfriend, Alan, who was playing football, and for some reason they wanted to go play in the woods. And he falls into the pit and gets eaten. So, as of right now, our body count is up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is pretty decent for 1981.
I tried everything I could think of.
Then there's only one thing left, isn't there?
Yes. But not nice people.
Oh no, nasty people. And we know some awfully nasty people, don't we?
Well, walking right up to someone's driveway without even being asked, like you owned it or something. What do you want?
Abigail, ever since I moved here, I've tried to be your friend.
Yeah, so?
Well, I guess you know that I don't have a bike like yours.
So?
Will you lend me your bike, Abigail, just for a short ride? Because I like you, and I think of you as my friend. Because I don't have one. That'd be nice.
Ha! Are you crazy?
Abigail, I know where there's a bicycle path that no one has ever ridden, and nobody can. Especially not a girl.
Oh, really?
And I'll bet that
How much will you bet, Jamie Benjamin?
I'll bet this silver supervisor's whistle.
Come on, you can do it, or can't you? Come on, come on.
Think you can scare me, funny person? Ha! You crummy little rat. You give me my bike. My aunt will call the police on you!
I don't think so. Not now. You know, I'm really not mad at you, Miss Oliphant. I really appreciated it when you told on me and I was punished by having my bike taken away. I was being very, very naughty. And I know that when people like you tell on children like me, it's for our own good.
Well, it's nice to hear that, Jamie. I perhaps misjudged you. You see, in my
Shall
day...
I push you, Miss Oliphant?
Oh, well, I was waiting for Louise to return.
I know you can't see. There's a beautiful nature trail along here, Miss Oliphant.
I don't like to go too far from home, you know. I worry about... Oh.
You'll have nothing to worry about soon. I'm sorry about that, Miss Oliphant. But like my father says, we all have to go sometime.
Oh, elbows! Come on, throw it back to me. All right. Listen, you gotta throw it through the air and spin it like a torpedo. Get it? Little bastard.
Aw, you didn't even catch it.
How could I catch it? I can't even see it. Look, we can't play in here. It's too thick.
Aw, here. Try this. Try this. Come on. Throw. Look, there's a clearing just up there. We can play there. Come on.
Okay.
You see? I told ya. Now go for a long one. Here it comes.
Ah!
There it goes. You thought it was funny, didn't you? No! Yeah, you thought it was really funny when he punched me. Yeah, what isn't funny anymore, eh? Christina. I'm sorry about you. You're pretty, but you're not pretty inside. People being bullied and hurt isn't funny. You'd probably spend your whole life giggling at other people's hurt. You should go too. That way you'd be together in heaven. You're both the same. Guess you won't be needing this anymore. I do. Goodbye, pretty girl.
So Alan is missing, doesn't know exactly where he's at, and Sandy's questioning Jamie about it. Jamie, I don't know. And she has a new boyfriend, which she kind of moved on quick. He's a little mustached character, and that pisses Jamie off as well. So they get into a little argument because, like I said earlier, Jamie had gone into the bathroom and wrote some stuff on the mirror while Sandy's showering, saying, "I love you," something like that. And when she comes out, she catches, well, she sees it, she gets pissed off, and she confronts Jamie. I think she slaps him in the face. So later on, she's apologetic. I guess maybe that's not the right thing, because she's a pretty good character. She's a good person. She's taking her job pretty seriously, trying her best to deal with this little weird kid. And she apologizes to Jamie, and she tells him that she would like to see the pit with the Trollocs. So sure enough, she takes him out. He takes her out and shows it to her.
Did you go in there and write that on the mirror while I was taking a shower?
Yes?
Well, enough is enough, young man. Do I make myself clear? No matter what you want to say to me, you just don't come into the bathroom without knocking it. Oh, what's the use?
Sandy,
What?
before you go, will you leave me a picture of you? A photograph?
Look, Jamie, just leave me alone, okay? Please? Jamie.
What?
Did Alan ever come over here and play football with you?
No. Was he supposed to?
He's missing, you know.
So?
Do you know anything about it?
About what?
About Alan. None of his friends know where he is. He hasn't shown up for football practice.
Hasn't he called you?
No.
Was that supposed to be my fault?
Jamie, I'm sorry.
Abigail's missing. And so's Miss Oliphant, aren't they? And Freddie and Christina? What? They don't eat chocolate bars. You know what they eat?
Who?
You know who.
Jamie, I'm sorry I slapped you. I shouldn't have. I'm really sorry. Please believe me.
You don't believe me. I told you my secret and you don't believe me.
I know how important it is to you now. And I do believe you. Honest, I do. Okay?
Will you come and see them with me then? I can show you where they live.
All right, Jamie. I'll make you a deal. You stop all this, love me stuff, and I'll go. Okay?
All right. It's a deal.
So they get out there and she sees that Jamie has not been lying, that there is a pit full of these creatures. And her first instinct is to tell someone about it, which Jamie gets pissed off and tells her no, they're going to put them in a cage in a zoo for sure. Well, it might be better for them living in that damn pit in the ground. And Sandy accidentally falls in and gets eaten. So this is when the shit literally hits the fan.
Here, right here. Hello? I brought Sandy to see you. This is Sandy. You see, there's 4 of them in there. I told you.
I can't see anything. It's just a big hole.
No, come here. Come here, come on. No, no.
They're pigs! They're pigs or warthogs or something. They fell in or the ground collapsed or something.
No.
Let's go.
No, they're trawl logs. I read about them in a book. They're from prehistoric times.
Jamie, that's the... What? I can't believe it.
You can see them. You can see them. You see, I told you I'm not crazy. You can see them.
Jamie? Jamie? If these things are even remotely like what you think they are, well, then no living person has ever seen them except you and me. They're tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of years old. They've survived.
They're not that old.
No, not these particular ones. Their race. Their species.
Oh.
Jamie, honey, listen to me carefully. There are special scientists called paleontologists and anthropologists whose only job
No! They'd put them in a cage or lock them in a zoo for sure. It's our secret.
Jamie, you keep frogs and lizards in a cage in your terrarium.
So?
Jamie, we must tell them what you found here.
No, it's our secret. You promised.
Jamie, you're gonna have to be very grown up and mature now. This is more than some secret that we can keep. I hate to say it to you, babe, but the only reason I gave you my word is because I couldn't believe this was possible. Well, I knew it had to be your imagination.
Teddy was right.
Jamie?
next scene, Jamie's parents return and they asking him about Sandy, and he pretty much is like, oh, I don't know what happened to her. Maybe she ran off with her boyfriend. So the cops come over, asks him a couple questions. He's played stupid, and we can see that they have a little investigation going where they found Miss Oliphant's wheelchair, they find Abigail's bike, and pretty much Jamie has framed the new little boyfriend, the little mustache guy, I don't remember his name offhand, and the cops are interrogating him because the tutu that he has taken off of Christina, along with the pictures he took of Miss Livingston, he placed it all in the new guy's car, and now the cops think they have their suspect.
Daddy. She would have told everybody, wouldn't she? Didn't love me. I didn't do anything wrong. It's not my fault she died. No, Jamie. It's not your fault. She fell. You go to sleep then.
And if necessary, the local police will invite outside assistance to locate her. There seems to be no direct connection between this and previous disappearances. Shame. Real shame if anything happened to that girl.
Jamie, your father has just been reading about Sandy.
I heard what the papers said.
Aren't you sad that she's gone, son? You two seem such good friends.
Your father means something might have happened to her.
She went off with her boyfriend.
How long did it take then? You were close to them. Did you see what he looked like? Tall, short, fat?
Well, he was a man with a mustache. Older with dark hair. A mustache. He took her away in a car.
What color was this car?
Yellow.
That's something.
Well, maybe yellow or green.
Come on, son. You said you saw it.
Yeah, it was yellow. Or green.
Okay, folks. Thanks for the help. You can go to bed now, Jamie.
Well, I always try to be helpful. Well, good night, then.
Not much to go on, I'm afraid.
Does it sound as if he's...
Is he telling the truth?
You shouldn't tell lies like that, Jamie.
Is this it?
Yes, sir. Just sitting here like this.
Strange place to park a bike.
I'm afraid so, sir. Her aunt is quite disturbed. And, sir.
What?
Her aunt is Miss Livingston. Remember the
The librarian with the peeping Tom who threatened the girl. Said she'd been kidnapped.
Yes, sir. Seems pretty strange.
Bentley, do you know why I chose to live in this town?
No idea, sir.
Because nothing ever happens here, that's why. Okay, then, wise guy. Explain this being in your car. And these. Only a weirdo does stuff like this. When we found Christina's costume in your car, and this in the glove compartment, well, I don't know about you, but the way I see it, 2 and 2 equal 4. Old ladies.
This is her chair, Sergeant, but Miss Oliphant is...
Missing, Bentley?
Yes, sir.
That what she is? Is she missing?
Yes, sir.
I don't believe it. How could anyone possibly be missing in this town?
Jamie knows now that he can't keep feeding people to the Trollocs. So the best idea he gets is to set them free. So he puts a rope down there and gets out of the way so they don't get out and eat his ass. So pretty much they climb up the rope and they start wreaking havoc on the town. We get an unknown body in the middle of a little cornfield. We get pieces of somebody that's in the woods. Now the body in the cornfield, I think the reference is a character named Trudy. And I think the pieces that they found in the woods were supposed to be like a truck driver, because I think they found an abandoned truck. But they really don't talk about those two victims very much. And the next scene we get is two swimmers that's at an abandoned farm, and they're swimming in the little pond in the back. And this is a little piece of trivia. Lou Lehman's wife did not want him present when any of the nudity was filmed, except for one scene with the swimmer. So the female swimmer who wants to go skinny dipping is actually his daughter, the director Lou Lehman's daughter. And her character is, I'm trying to think what her name might be, Karen. I think so. Karen and Greg was the two swimmers. Because Greg don't want to go swimming anymore. He's sleeping on the blanket on some rocks, and she takes off her top. She's swimming about, and that's when she gets taken and eaten. And when Greg wakes up, he goes look for her, and that's when he gets killed as well. So now the cops, they know something's up. They got some creatures going around killing people. So they get a little mob, Night of the Living Dead style, and they actually locate the Trollocs, who run back to their pit, and all the cops shoots them, and all is well. They fill in the pit, and they think that the problem is solved.
Well, there won't be anybody else now. Most other people are pretty nice people. I'm sorry, but I can't feed you anymore. So, you're gonna have to take care of yourselves. Goodbye. If I think of anybody else, I'll come back, but I don't think so.
Jamie. Jamie, do you know what you've done?
Sergeant?
Yes, Bentley?
We've got another missing person. Only this time he's not missing, he's dead.
Come on in, the water's great.
Trudy Slater. I've got her bag and her jacket, but no girl. I'm standing out in the highway by his truck. It's just parked by the side of the road with no one around.
Bentley! Bentley! Bentley, are you there?
You coming?
No, I'll stay in. It's great. What would happen if the farmer shows up?
No way. This place is deserted. There's a house back up the road, but nobody lives in it.
Want to go skinny dipping?
I'm tired.
There. See what I told you?
Pretty awful mess, what's left of her.
They weren't animals.
What are you suggesting?
They look like, well, deformed people. Small, hairy. Listen, what about a zoo? Is there a zoo around here I haven't heard about? They've got these orange oran things that...
Karen! Oh my God. Karen!
All right. Before we go, I'd like to make it clear that we're after some type of animals, and they're killers. If any of you are in danger, kill them. Don't wait to ask questions or try to figure out what to do. Shoot the damn things. Let's go. Spread out along the edge of the bush. All the way down. Load your guns. All right, let's go. Shoot them!
So we jump ahead some unknown time in the future. I don't know if Jamie had gotten blamed for all these killings and he couldn't do anything because he's a kid, or that the parents was like, hey, they got some monsters eating people, let's get them away from here. So they ship him off to live with his grandparents. So we get some happy music. The grandparents are happy to see him. They're nice to him. And we're like, hey, maybe Jamie finally might get the life that he has been wanting. So the grandfather tells him, hey, you see that little girl over there? She's a neighbor and she can be your playmate. Y'all be friends. So he approaches her. She's nice to him. She wants to play with him. So he tells Teddy, hey, everything is going to be all right. And he goes and plays with the little girl. But as they're running around in the middle of the woods, they come across another pit. And Jamie knows exactly what it is. It's some more Trollocs. And he tells the girl that, yes, they eat meat, they eat people, and she already knows. She pushes him in, and that's the end of Jamie.
Grandma! Hello, Jamie! I'll fix us all something to eat, okay?
See that little girl there?
Yeah?
Well, that's Alicia. She can be your playmate.
Now you wait here, Teddy. I'll be right back. Hi.
Hi. Are you the new boy that's gonna live here?
Yeah, I guess. I'm Jamie.
I'm Alicia. I think we're kinda step cousins or something.
Sort of.
We can play together, okay?
Sure.
Okay, you chase me. Look what I found.
No. They're Trollocs. They eat people.
Yes, I know.
So that was The Pit from 1981. It was a little fun, lesser known movie. The acting wasn't too bad. It could always be worse. I've seen movies where the acting was much terrible, especially with the kid characters. Sammy Snider did a really good job as Jamie, playing this. I keep saying weird because he's fucking weird. Every scene we get, he's like this weird little psycho kid. So he did a good job portraying that. Some of the other characters really wasn't sympathetic, except for Sandy and maybe Alan. It wasn't a bad movie. It is currently on Blu-ray and DVD from Kino Lorber. You can get it on there. They're both in print and they're not expensive at all. And it is streaming in its entirety on YouTube. Thank you for tuning into The Last Video Store. Again, I'm your host, Bud Haddonfield. And hope you enjoyed riding the ride with me. Summer's almost over, so we're going to try to squeeze in another monster movie before the kids go back to school. If there's anything you want me to cover or review, just let me know. Drop me a message or a comment on YouTube. I'm finally on Twitter. Twitter's a weird place. There's a lot of porn. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It was just very unexpected when I first signed in and started strolling. So, I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. So let me know. I'll give you a shout out. We can enjoy the movie together. Thank you again for viewing. I always enjoy my fans. Hope you enjoy the shows. It's just a little fun way to kind of unearth these lost classics that a lot of people doesn't talk about. So even if just one of y'all is like, hey, I've never seen The Pit, let me go check it out. That's my job. So please subscribe. I hope you all have a nice day, and stay away from The Pit.
Michael Myers are the heroes of my past. Now the media is dying. Chucky and the zombies now Olympic cemetery. So bring me back.